Again, let's you want to start with talking about your event on Thursday, I believe, right?
No, I don't.
You
I
don't?
actually
Okay, never
no.
mind. All right.
But we'll end up with that if you don't mind.
No
What I would
problem.
like to get started on is we had a very exciting announcement last week. You were on vacation, Mike, so you may have missed it, and I'm not sure Matt knows. But MCWT has named its newest executive director,
Oh,
Dr. Orletta Caldwell. She is replacing Chris Rydzewski, who, as you know, has, like me, almost 20 years with MCWT. And part of Chris's tenure with us, 15 years of that was volunteerism. And then she took over as our executive director for the last 5 years. Chris will be staying with us, but transitioning to the role of development director, working with partners, strategic alliances, our grant program, which is really her first love anyway. And as you know, like any other nonprofit, you live in a culture of scarcity, even though we've gotten some great grants and we have some amazing partners. But, you know, we have a big mission here to ensure that Michigan is the #1 state for women and girls in tech. So Dr. Caldwell comes to us with a tremendous resume. Her career spans both nonprofit consulting and education. She spent over 15 years strengthening grassroots nonprofits as the CEO of a consulting organization called Beyond Existing Enterprises. She also has a pretty big education background. She was an assistant professor at Grand Rapids Community College. She led Camp Baber as its executive director, and she's been a program manager in the tech field for TechSoup. And in the volunteer side, she's supported a lot of other organizations that are very regional, like the Community Economic Development Association of Michigan, Metro Detroit's Council of Christian Churches, the Urban Renewal Commission for the City of Colorado Springs, which took a little segue out west, then the Association of Gospel Rescue Missions, and Southfield, Michigan's Downtown Development Authority. She has a BA from Wayne State, a Master of Science in Public Affairs, a Master of Science in Management from Cardinal Stritch University, and she earned her PhD in Public Policy and Administration with a focus on nonprofit management from Walden University. So lots of credentials, a lot of experience, and she comes to us as a very passionate nonprofit leader. So we're excited about that. Additionally, I'm going to try the video one more time, and then I'll just stop it again if necessary.
okay.
Then the second thing I wanted to mention before we talk about this week's very big event is that we just opened another new program that is, in our minds, extremely important, particularly post-COVID. It's called Reignite. The tagline for it, or the rationale for it has been created to help women return to work. I think, Mike, I tagged you on a number of things on LinkedIn over the last few weeks on what's happening with working women, what's happening with working women who are mothers, what is happening when people have taken a long time off from work. And of course, we're all about supporting women of all ages and stages. So this is a new pilot program, and it's specifically designed for women looking to return to the workforce with a career in technology. So it offers a comprehensive curriculum that covers everything from coding to software development to project management to data analytics. And we have an experienced program administrator who will provide personalized guidance, and then a number of instructors who will be instructing online. And we are starting with a pilot group of 30 women. We opened the program on the 27th of April. There are still open slots. And you don't necessarily need to have had a tech undergraduate degree to join. It is a 3 to 6 month program. It includes an assessment review with the program administrator, 2 sessions with very well qualified career coaches, and self-paced learning in those areas I just mentioned, which will include brushing up skills and then maybe initial tech training and certifications if necessary. It is incredibly inexpensive for what we're offering. $50 for MCWT members, $100 for non-members. But the only reason we can do that is we have a major sponsor, I'm sure you know them, the Flagstar Foundation, who are, like us, is all about getting more women and more diversity into the workforce. So we're excited about that. It opened the 27th. Anybody who's interested can go to www.mcwt.org www.mcwt.org, touch programs, or it will also be kind of spreading across the screen. We have an excellent website, as you know. And so, touch it and or spread the word to other women who could benefit from this. Again, it's limited to the first 30 registrants. So really, time is running short here, right? So just so everybody knows. Now, on May 11th, as Mike said, which is this coming Thursday, we are sponsoring our 10th Executive Connections Summit. It will be at the Suburban Collection in Novi. It will run with registration. People, of course, will register online ahead of time, but picking up their badges from 7:30 in the morning, and it'll run through 3:30 in the afternoon. It's sponsored by 24 extremely generous partners. I'll talk about them in a minute. And this year's theme is Be the Change, Find the Yes in You. It will be attended by anywhere from 500 to 700 Michigan technology executives who are currently shaping current and future industries, but again, at all levels of their own career evolution, right? So Be the Change in You means it doesn't matter who you are. If you're excited about coming, do come. You have to go to www.mcwt.org. There's a limited number of tickets currently available because we tend to sell out on these things, but I would suggest that people go to that website and you'll see it's being, again, flashed across the top of the screen. Some of the speakers, one of them is a good friend of mine, and I met her through MCWT, is Adriana Karabudis, who is currently the Global Chief Information and Digital Officer for National Grid. And she's the woman with whom, again, given my tenure at MCWT, she's the woman who from 2008 to 2010 took us up into the stratosphere in fundraising. At that point, she was a CIO at GM, right? So she will be our first keynote. And then following her is Julia Landauer, who is a two-time champion race car driver with NASA. And Julia's topic is how to gain and maintain a competitive advantage, which as a race car driver, I'm sure she knows a lot about. Then we'll be announcing, as you know, for 8 years, we've been doing the Woman of the Year in Technology Award, and I'm embargoed from saying who won it, but we will be announcing our 2023 Woman of the Year in Technology Award, and that's just the morning that I've described. Then, of course, there's lunch. And then in the afternoon, we have Juliet Powell, who is an entrepreneur, author, and a data scientist, who will be plunging into the artificial intelligence dilemma, both from an ethical and a technical perspective. And if that isn't current, I don't know what is. And then after that, we'll be having city and state tech updates with the city of Detroit. Then some of our student ambassadors, who tend to be some of our scholarship recipients. As you know, we've given away almost $1.8 million in scholarships over the last bunch of years. They'll be making remarks. And then there's an afterglow for anybody who wants it. Our event sponsors include some companies Ford, GM, Stellantis, ServiceNow, and then some that are smaller but emerging, like AtThings, Centric, Cloudflare is there, Cohesity is there, Confluent is there, Infotech is there, Intel is there, despite current issues with stock. They're still a leader as far as I'm concerned. NextThink, OST, Pluralsight, Stratascale, STG, lots and lots of sponsors, 24 of them. Splunk, Arista, HTC, Ahead, Hewlett-Packard, Tech Mahindra, Checkpoint, AAM, and Synergy are all sponsoring. So again, if you would like to come, because there are limited opportunities to do so, get to MCWT today, www.mcwt.org, and you can get your ticket online. And then I'd just like to end with some calendar, like some save the date announcements, if it's okay with you guys. Obviously, sure. We talked about May 11th. Then the best golf classic ever in Southeast Michigan is rolling around again. We've done it for many years. On July 24th, we'll be doing the 2023 MCWT Golf Classic. We'll be opening registration for that typically in June. But if you want to sponsor, better get to us now, because those sponsorships run out very fast. That will be taking place, as usual, at the Indianwood Golf and Country Club in Lake Orion, Michigan. And
That's a
then
beautiful spot. It really is.
yeah, and they've done a great job hosting us for a number of years. They kind of, have flexed to our eccentricities and really do a lovely job with us. We'll be doing things like sponsoring holes, doing lots of funny contests. There'll be breakfast, there'll be lunch, there'll be an afterglow. So please keep that date open if you can, and in June look for tickets. Or again, I always feel like this is kind of human slave trade, but we always auction off CIOs to golf with you. That is one of the many ways we fundraise for that organization, for that particular event. Then on the 18th of September, we have patterned after that for the last several years, a West Michigan 2023 MCW Golf Classic as we keep growing in West Michigan. And that'll be taking place on the 18th of September at the Stonewater Country Club in Caledonia, Michigan. And then finally, the MCWT Prom, the IT Prom, which is our 15th annual signature gala, is coming up on November 11th. That's always a great time. Usually close to 1,000 people are there. Usually 50 or so sponsors are there in various forms, where they're sponsoring tables or our wall of wine or auctions. And that'll be taking place on the 11th of November at MGM Grand in Detroit. So save those dates if you can, and keep an eye on www.mcwt.org. Anything else? Well, I'm going to see if my video will work one more time. I think this is on my side. I think there are too many people in this building trying to get into my space.
What building is that?
If you guys, and Michael, hopefully you're going to join us on Thursday. Michael, I think you're muted.
Talk there. So I intend to be there for at least part of the day. I'm not sure if I could do the whole day, but I'm still catching up from vacation. It seems like when you take vacation, then it takes you 2 weeks to get caught up, right?
And you have to take a vacation from the vacation. But this will be, it won't be relaxing. Obviously, it's us. So it'll be full of energy and lots of people. But on the other hand, from your perspective, it's a great time to come and see a lot of people you already know, and some you will not know, because there are new companies, there are new budding executives, there are new technology people all over the place coming. And so I would really strongly say that it's well worth your time. And of course, as a huge supporter of MCWT, Chris sent you a note last week.
She did.
You were on vacation with your link.
All right.
So please join us and look for me. I'm going to be with Nicole Scheffler, who's flying in from Texas. I will be sitting somewhere doing something, probably tweeting out or Facebooking out or, something. So look for me and Nicole, but we will just be a little percentage of the number of people you will know, and then the number of people you will want to meet, I think.
Okay, sounds great.